Hey YouTube, just making sure my stream is working here. Okay, I can see myself. Today we're going to be building a high frequency trading algorithm, and feel free to ask me questions. Yeah, let's just get going here. So, let me get this going here. Yeah, this one. All right. Cool. All right, everything's stable. So we need to create a back testing platform before we can test any strategy. So that's essentially what we're going to do here. Okay. Okay, so I have my data, which we were looking at. Right here. Okay. Okay. I got everything set up here. We got Gemini, got that. We really don't need that. Let's just double check one more time. Yeah, we're live. Okay. So we're just gonna vibe code this, really. Get that. We'll use the new Horizon beta, see what's up with that model. And yeah, we're gonna build this platform out and test some some trading algorithms here. Or you can, yeah, use look to, okay, I think that's where I left off. Sorry, I was like trying to figure out where I was in this coding process. Good. Look. Make sure we're not too crazy here. Okay. Okay, we're using our GPU a little bit. All right, so what that was is just we're looking at the data. I need to give essentially the AI eyes into the data in order to build the backtest engine. And this will be its eyes here. So let's give it a look. Okay. All right. Want to build a graph. Data, and then I always like to need two screens here. I'm gonna go ahead and throw this in there. I like to build it back. Test engine for this data. And then we're just gonna optimize for my system specifications here. Okay. Want to build a backtest engine for this data optimize. Okay, let's just see what's going on here. Great hardware. Blows a pragmatic plan, storage plan, ingestion. Okay. some pseudocode here. All right. Is there any other information you need to know about the data before making the backtest engine backtest.py? Okay, yes, few concrete details about your data set desired. Okay, simulation fidelity will determine the design. Okay. Output look to.py to get all data from city. Okay, so basically this wasn't enough data for the AI to design this perfectly. So, oh no, it's not doing. So what happens here when you don't see the code block, which I kind of rely on? Um, it needs put code in with the 3 backticks. Usually that does it. There it goes. So yeah, just for your information, if you ever wanted to get an AI to output like a code block so you can just copy paste it, it needs to have like 3 backticks in front of it and after it. So that usually gets it going there. Okay. We'll make a new file here. Look to.py. And we will run this code to see what it thinks. All right. Python look. Ooh. Okay, that's probably not going to work. All right. So we'll just get the redo that. There was something. Oh, I see. Probably missed an import or something. No, you just buy it. Well, either way. All right, let's try look2.py here. Okay, it looks like it's gonna work. Look2.py. So if you don't notice, I do the manual vibe coding method. It's much better than the agentic sort of workflow. It's cheaper. Like honestly, this is free. The Horizon beta is free. I do pay for Grok. I do pay for Gemini. Um, we'll get OpenAI in here. Pay for that. And yeah, these are usually my go-tos. I do have a Claude, but I don't use this much. Oh shoot, okay. Hopefully this doesn't crash my computer. So when I run a script, I'd like to know, I need to write tdqm and see if it's working. Sure. Let's see things in the terminal. File. Ah, well, never mind. Okay, so that's not what I was thinking about. That'll probably crash my computer if I do that. keyword. Hold on. Okay, I need to figure out what data did you want from that script? Yeah, just kind of output it. Only got, what data do you want from the script? Only got. Oh. Okay. Confirm the data set semantics so I can build the correct. But I still need to answer schemas and hopefully that fan is not too much for y'all. Okay. What happened here? Um, yeah, so look to.py. Put this on here. I guess I'll just copy paste a little bit of that in here. Got it. Sample was films. Okay, so look to do better, schema, and show terminal progress. Okay. All right. We're not getting anywhere with that right here. Dang, why doesn't it go over? Okay. We are gonna restart that because it didn't go to plan here. Okay. Okay, we'll run look again. Look.py. Okay. I see what they're getting at. It's not enough context, and they need to essentially see the raw data before make files that look at each data file in depth enough data to build a backtest engine, which is ultimately our goal. We want a backtest engine to test high frequency algorithms. So that's what we're going for. We're going to make files that look at each data file in depth enough data to build the backtest engine. And of course, it doesn't do the back to, nope. We need to make sure the code is in the backtick. Okay. Data loader. Now, okay. Okay, not really what I wanted. It's just look, okay. Want two files, one for the fill data analysis and the other order book data. Right? It's like, what we did? Okay. So we'll do analyze fills. We'll delete this. Check that. Double check everything's going here. Triple check that. Okay. All right. Okay. Analyze fills. Same error again. I swear. We will analyze order book. Okay, we got same problems in each. Hmm. All right, let's see what's going on here. Analyze the fills. Good. I'm just gonna name it fills. Fills. In the order book. So we're essentially just trying to look into this data, right? We need to dive deeper. I guess this script originally wasn't enough, but it wasn't. Okay. And we're just gonna call this order. Okay. All right, let's see what these scripts do. Bills.py. Okay. And then Python order.py. Okay, so it does exactly what I thought it would do. All right. Kind of did the same thing as the other one, but all right, we'll see. See what they want us to do here. Okay, they're good. Hello, viewer. Vibe coding. Okay, so, all right, what do we got? Great. Both scripts are running and producing the intended summaries on your data sets. If you want the final clean files, you can keep them. Uh-oh. I don't think we need to clean this data. I think unless having that many levels is an issue for okay. There. All right, I guess it's it's giving me, oh, that's ready. So fills, what is it trying to do here? Okay. No, it's not. Why is it trying to measure VWAP? It's not what I wanted to do. Okay. Let's just align us. What do you need from the data to know how to make the backtest engine? To design the backtest engine, I need a precise specification of your data and how you want to simulate. Okay. So let's, I guess, just focus on order book data first. Okay, let's focus on order book data first. Let's make a script to get you all the data you need. Look for things like cross order book, things like outages in the API, which this data that I have is from Hyperliquid, and it's yeah, there's guaranteed to be some sort of outages in the API, and it didn't. There's definitely going to be some issues with the data, and we'll figure that out once we know. Let's focus on order book data, things across, blah, blah. Ah, shit. Okay. Order book quality, script scans, large L2 order book, quality issues needed to design a robust backtest engine. Okay. Okay, per row. Yep. Okay, that looks good to me. Just run this. So this will, okay, I need this file have EDM and have data printed to txt and the terminal. Okay. When I run a script, sometimes it's like I don't know if it's working or not, so I like to have like some progress bar and um, just some other stuff to make sure that works. So this is kind of what the data looks like. It's just 20 levels of L2 order book data and then fill data. So obviously they're two separate files. They're timestamped with nanosecond, which is kind of overkill, but it's what I created earlier. Yeah, okay, so let's just, all right, let's see what's going on with the order book. So any questions? No? Okay. Ah, to need to pip install this. All right, let's go Python order. Oh, that was really quick. I don't think it actually looked at everything. Okay, excellent. The report gives us what we need to shape the backtest engine's order book side, key takeaways from results. No cross. Well, okay, that's interesting. Well, that's fine, but duplicated stamps at every. Um, I don't know if that was right. Double check your order.py script. Ensure it was looking at the old data file. Let's think about this here. Short answer, no, order did not scan the whole file. Okay, intentionally reads limited number. Okay. Default, okay. Um, um, you have enough data. Let's move on to fills.py. Great. Based on your fills output in the order book inspection, we have enough to proceed. Okay. Uh, okay, I'm just we're gonna look at the quality of fills again. Mm. So after this, I'll basically tell it make the backtest engine. We'll test it on a sample set of the data, go full debug mode, and then we will move on to creating the algorithm to test, which I expect to take a very long time, but we will see how quick this is. Maybe we'll just do like a couple days versus doing the whole couple. We only have 2 or 3 months of data because that's all you can really get from the Hyperliquid AWS server. Okay, the fills, bam. Python fills.py. Okay, don't know. Okay, let's see what it says here. All right. All right, thanks. Very important. Here's what tells us to do next. Cover it, blah, blah. I recommend Adida. Okay, so it wants to normalize and clean the files. Um, Trying to think like how to frame this. So if we need to do more data processing, I wanted the data to be as raw as possible. Is that going to be an issue? Short answer, keeping the as raw as possible is fine. It just won't be an issue as long as we handle raw quirks at read time and non-destructive logic. How we'll handle routing. So I want to know, usually a backtest engine has, or usually you kind of uh, like pre-engineer the features that you want in the data so that you can quickly run over it. I kind of want to do that again here. So we'll handle raw safety. Let's try something new here. I want a script that extracts the edge from the two files. How can we do that? So my idea is that it's kind of the same thing as back testing, but this will actually give us more information about the two files that we have by trying to extract the edge. So it'll probably, let's see what it wants to do. We can compute an execution edge by comparing your actual fills against contemporaneous order book, then aggregating fee adjustment slippage and expectancy. Keeps the raw data. Huh. We're in frame here still, so we're good, we're good. We can compute the edge. Not really what I wanted. What does it mean to extract the edge? Let's make sure we're lined up here. Extracting the edge means to quantify how much better or worse your executions are versus a fair reference price. No. Well, I mean, turns raw trades into a measurable advantage. Yeah. Okay. Need a script that gives you all the data. Run a sample back test to debug our files. Max verbose debug information. Data should lead us in the right direction to normalize for feature engineering. I don't know. All right, you want a single maximally verbose sample backtest driver that just raw. Read the raw files here. Oh, it's not doing it. Well, code files need to be in backticks. All right. So, kind of just made a big old file here. Let's get Grok in on the action here. Okay. Just kind of do that. Oh, wow, that's big. All right, let's see what this is trying to give us here. Okay, I'm just going to provide code and backtesting, sample backtest debug script that ingests raw data. Okay, so I guess we're just moving right on and just feeding this in through its backtest engine. Feed slippage, runs a teeny toy strategy. I'm thinking more towards the backtesting right now. We definitely need a way to kind of speed up the backtest because usually I don't want to like have it simulate WebSocket data in a way where it just kind of like comes in one by one. I want to somehow make this more parallel. Just get in my mind thinking about where to guide the AI is it's going to help me out in the future here. Oh. Okay, Sam. I don't know if you're still here. Are you still here? Well, I'll just explain. So I have data from Hyperliquid's AWS server. It's essentially just raw WebSocket data. I kind of cleaned it, and now it's in my data folder. We're trying to backtest. Okay, you read the description. I see what you're saying here. Yeah, we're basically just coding a trading algorithms, but it's very in depth because we have to create a backtesting engine specifically designed for the type of data that I have. So, in the data that I have is high frequency data, which makes everything triple complex, but we'll get through it. We will get through it. All right, this is just going to be test.py. We are going to run this and see what we got going on here. And I do want to have the chat open in case people ask questions. So okay, so now I'll see what the chat says as well. So feel free to ask questions, whoever's watching. This is kind of the manual vibe coding setup that I've got going on. The key, oh, here we go. The key to my vibe coding setup is this context grabber.go. All right, so let's just kind of spam that in there. Toy traits. Now I'm kind of concerned that it just simulated all this, but it looks okay. Let's see what it says. Okay, thanks for the logs. They explain exactly why matched 0. Okay. Every field failed to find a book snapshot within 15 minutes. The fields are highly rounded. The fill event time nanoseconds are exchange event times rounded to the second boundary. Your book's event time nanoseconds on a different time base. Oh, okay. Well, it's good that it figured it out. Okay. And that's, I kind of had this thought before. So I worked on this other project here. This was cleaning the raw data, which it's in LZ4. That's how you get it from the AWS server. And you need to just kind of extract it and ideally get into Parquet or Parquet, whatever, I don't even know how you pronounce it, but the Parquet files. And if needed, I can go back here and like fix the timestamp issues. So this is the time. Now, the fills had different times, I think. So let's see what's going on. Once you get Matt. All right, I'm going to. Oh no, it's just this giant block of, okay. We can start here. I'm just going to give it this code file. I made both of those files from this code base. Does this give you any idea on what's wrong? All right. We're going to see if this is working. Hopefully my sound is working. Hello, hello. Hello? Yeah. Okay. All right, let's see here. Yes, your code gives a strong clue. Both pipelines set event time from the same source field. Time measured in milliseconds from raw node then converts to nanoseconds. I don't know why we converted nanoseconds, probably biting us. That's good. Problem is not likely the unit mistake, but one of these. Make a script that figures all of the unknowns with my data. Call it test.py. Now, sometimes when you paste in a large block of other code, it kind of fixates on that code base. I guess we'll find out real soon if that's okay. Got it. Here's a single diagnostic script test.py. Automatically verifies the file path, inspects schemes, checks time units, compares min max ranges, probes, and estimates time offsets. All right. Let's just run it. Toy trades is not gonna stay. Sample, backtest, debug. It's also not gonna stay. All right. We are going to test. Uh-oh. Oh, man. Oh, I need these. Shoot. All right. Okay. Packaging. Key. Python test. Uh-oh. Yeah. Yeah, see it. Not. Don't. Okay. This doesn't exist in project. I gave you the old project that extracted the raw data from .lz4. Maybe they'll probably just understand what I'm talking about. You got it. You don't have Silverbook. You're starting from. No, that's not what I'm talking about. All right. Gonna have to give it this again. This is the code base we are working from. So if it starts to, I mean, I've had that issue before where it kind of, that's why I knew giving it that was gonna, giving the other code base to the AI was gonna make it fixate on that. Okay, great. Thanks for okay. All right. Okay, run your existing inspectors on the correct. Okay, so I've already run the fills look and all that stuff. Out of water. All right. We're gonna run test again. Python test. Okay, we got an error. That's pretty good. Oh, okay, so the last file was like a minute off. So we started at the same time and ended at like, that's pretty good. Okay, I'm pretty sure this data is as good as it's gonna get. It's just I haven't given it, just really needs to just extract the raw file and just give me a snapshot of each. Kind of what we need to go. But we also need to know time outages. We need to know like it's the frequency of how it came in. I'm pretty sure it was like 60 hertz data, or like it's similar. It's like close to that. Okay, okay. Let's see. Let's check the test file. All right. What happened here? It's a little bit of a misalignment on the ending, the last block of the data, but it's fine. Okay, excellent. Your docs are clean and very informative. Time ranges overlap. Now it's like book cadence. So I made sure everything was the same time frequency in this project here. Made very clear that this whole data was going to be used for a backtest engine. So, excellent. Your diagnostics are very clean. All right, let's see. You want a minimal match or for your current? Need a single file that gives you all the data you need to make a sophisticated back test engine. Should we just go straight into make me the back test engine? Here's a single file subframe. No matter what, we're gonna have to go through the entire files and figure out what's going on with them. Okay, I'm gonna have to go. Okay. Look, you have been canceled here. We're going to a new horizon. Let's see if we can't. Oh wow, they got rid of the alpha. Now they have horizon beta. Okay. All right. Let's start this from scratch one more time. So every time I like to make sure to give it my system specifications. We are going to give it some raw data, the tests that we've been running. I am making a back test. Algo, okay, let's go. We're going high frequency algo trading back test research platform. Help analyze the data so that we can start back testing. Let's go. So let's see what it's going to say here. Great starting point. Your data looks consistent and rich enough to begin building. Cool. Here's a focus plan to move from diagnostic. All right, key observations. There's a little bit of overlap. Book cadence. Normalize fills for backtick. Okay. All fills are by. Fill logic. Okay. Of the match rows, make a script that gets you the data you need. Called, what do we got? Well, let's go raw dot I haven't used that one yet. All right. So what are we going to get here? We're going to get gathers all raw data you need. Okay, computes and applies the optimal time offset. Builds carry forward type of book. Movie samples. Okay, no. Not what I wanted. What? Like what? Like I'm thinking it wants to normalize the data somehow, but I've done data normalization already. I kept it as raw as possible. The data as raw as possible. Make raw.py pull a full fill data snippet and a full 20 levels of order book. Right? Full raw, okay. Which technically I should already have in here, but this was kind of, it was redone. Pure subsets. Okay, let's just pull the data and see what it's. All right. Let's go Python raw.py. Okay. No. I need it. Uh-oh. Shoot. You still here? Oh shit, okay. So this is an issue. All right, we're gonna just close that out. That was the edge that I'm gonna test. So that almost crashed the computer. See how we hit the entire memory and CPU spiked. So it was probably trying to do something that I did not want it to do. All right, all right. That is frozen. Okay, this is still like that. All right, what did Grok say? System, you're set up as well. All right, let's actually just get it this data. We'll do a quick answer just so we don't have to wait around for it to think. Oh no, we're gonna wait. Don't crash on me. All right, we're gonna get Gemini in here too. We're bringing out all the AIs here and see what they're saying on this. Oh no, come on. All right, we're gonna have to close that one out to go open router again. Chat. Unless it's down for everyone, which that would suck. That's not looking good. Okay, we'll move on. The order book data appears clean and well structured. Yes, see now it's thinking properly. Okay. All right, let's focus on analyzing the files to ensure back testing will be good. Focus on bills.py. I'm gonna get a quick answer here. It is not. No, what happened? Huh. Well, that's unfortunate. The Horizon model is really good, and that's why I was kind of dominantly using that one. What? Response A, no response. I prefer this response. No response. Huh. Is everything going okay with my computer? I mean, I'm still excellent here. No one's chatting. All right, let's remove it on Gemini. Of course, these are breakdown scripts. Okay. Analysis result. Output script provided comprehensive BT's data import. Oh, synchronization alignment. Okay. I need more advanced look at each file to ensure a back test will be accurate. Focus on bills data. Honestly, I want to know if there's like outages, um, time alignment, everything for a high frequency data. The files are very large. Do not crash my computer. Let's see. Bitcoin is bouncing. Ooh, 111. Was a decent move. Not bad. Yeah. All right. No, that's not good. All right. What numbers are mostly hanging together? Hang tight. Okay. What's your diagnostics say? Okay. Okay. The book cadence starts with sampled cadence percentiles. Compute over a denser sample. Mm, yeah, data report reveals several crucial high frequency analysis. The key findings are more 135 outage gaps in. Okay. Output a back test debug script. How can we Their data is accurate when testing an algo. This is kind of a little bit more complex. I could probably just say, hey, give me backtest.py and it'll give me a file and then we can just start running algos. But I want to just ensure that's not, we're not like heading in the wrong direction. Now that is weird, okay. All right, here's an advanced debug. Yeah, so you don't want to get any look ahead bias. So, what did this do again? Whatever, we'll just override it. Python fills. Let's go. See, I don't like when it. I just want to run it. Python fills.py. I don't want any of this other sort of You must provide a hash value for the specific fill. What? No, not what I wanted. Okay. Put full backtest.py file. We're just going straight backtest file. We will debug while running a algorithm live. I am. Oh, what happened to that? That's not good. So it seems to be some sort of outage at. Maybe I was using it too much. They booted me off. Yeah. Okay. Well. I will pull back test.py and a debug a simple strategy to test called algo.py full debug print verbose terminal data max debug full code. All right, we're gonna let that one think for a second. We will give this one an attempt here. All right, let's see. This polars. Okay, we're gonna use polars. It marks each of your trades. So mark it out at that precise moment and calculates the resulting performance. Of course, candidate optimize and ensure fast test results with such large high frequency data. Oh. All right, I am definitely gonna override that. Okay, wants me to go algo.py. All right, we're gonna run this and then I'm gonna call it a night. I will be back tomorrow. I'm gonna be just live streaming a bunch. I spend a bunch of time in front of the computer doing all this stuff. Might as well be live streaming this. answering any questions that any of you have about developing, just doing quantitative finance stuff with Python or any software vibe coding questions. Um, yeah, so let's just run Python algo.py. Let's see what's going on here. Nothing happened. Oh, okay, it wants me to run that way. All right. Highly skeptical that was actually, yeah. To just simulate the data, because that's kind of hilarious. Sometimes if you're not able to catch this, like it clearly, I don't have any data from 2023. Um, no, 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 no. Run the test. Unless it doesn't, well, I guess I didn't really give it the information. Of course, to optimize your backtest of speed, you should focus on optimizing. Yes, okay. Lazy loading, computation layer, the engine. I would really want Open Router to come back. Guess that's too much to ask for. Um, yeah. Yeah, there's something, I think that uptime. No, it says it's up. All right. Let's give this a shot here. Does it load? No. Okay. I think we need to delete that, delete that context grabber. Get that context. I need give me full back test and algo file using my data. Why is it laggy? Okay. Just spam that. All right. Okay, we can do vectorized expressions. That's interesting. Does this give you enough information on the data we are back testing on? Do new chat there. Yes. So, okay. There is a little bit too much information in fills. It does have this hash thing. The fills call reports gives crucial insights. Zero anomalies, yes and no. All right, let's see what Gemini thinks of this. Sometimes Grok isn't doing so hot here. What's Grok for? It's good. Let me chat with it. No. All right, we'll run one more. We'll give it one more shot, the backtest and algo files. All right. Yep. Output full backtest and algo files. Ensure backtest is full debug verbose mode max data internal. All right. So this does give the AI enough. Okay. Okay. It processes all of your historical fills, matches each one to the correct market state using the parameters we discovered, and prints a detailed line-by-line analysis to your terminal. This is all sounding great. Okay. Let's get that in there. Get that in there. Okay. What do you expect to see when I run back tests? Let's just like have it think about what it thinks it's gonna see. Because it probably didn't give me the best script, because it seems, yeah, this is. You expect to see highly finished, good, verbose, yeah, sure. Read from the Parquet files in mind. So he's trying to simulate stuff. I do not like that. That is just, of course, here's the updated algorithm that reads example snapshot. Okay. Yeah. That's what we need here. All right. Now we're going to go Python backtest. Got that. All right. Because of the drop duplicates method, it's eager. Okay. Now we're getting somewhere. Man, that's not cool. Okay, we're just going to close that out. That's a bummer. Must be doing some stuff on here. Did I copy paste stuff? Yeah. All right. We're going to get in. Did I put that in there? Whatever. It's duplicate. Go there. We'll restart that chat. We're gonna restart this chat. We're gonna go quick answers, have that going. Wow, Bitcoin. Let's see, did Bitcoin fill that gap? Well, wow, it did. So yeah, I've been eyeing this sort of gap right here. That gap. Although it wasn't on the weekly. Definitely filled that one. It's on the daily, but it still came back. All right. What did we get here? All right. All right. Output full code file for the fix, please. And then we can run it, and then just hopefully Horizon, not that. Oh my God, hopefully this comes back, this chat. If I need to, I can figure out a way to pull the API. Okay. Wait, what? Okay, this is like the most recent one, Horizon Beta. I haven't heard of any of these other ones. Oh yeah, I've heard of. Okay, definitely something's wrong with the chat. All right, back test. Let's go. Python back test. Oof, so close. It. So there's some sort of offset on it. We really need to tune this. It's much harder to get a high frequency back test going clearly because this data is gigantic. I'm pretty sure it's. What is the data here? Properties. Okay, it's only a gigabyte. All right, that's not a big deal. All right. So it's somehow. All right, whatever. Let's see if it works. Ooh. Okay. A lot of not available here, but at least it ran. It's progress. We're making progress. Um, it's like my own stream here, guys. All right, this is classic data mismatch bug. Okay, now, so honestly, you just need to run the code and then debug once you're running the code, because that honestly is the best way to get AI to just figure it out. I was trying to probe the data too much, and I got a bunch of information here, but honestly, this still wasn't enough for it to figure it out because it just needs to run. I just legitimately need to start running back tests on. Right, so we'll get one step closer. Okay. Oh no. Processing all trades? Oh, this is gonna crash the computer. Oh, maybe not. So it's definitely running some strategy against the data. Um, okay. All right. So I think we're just gonna leave it off at this. And yeah, hopefully this comes back by tomorrow. If not, not a big deal. We're making progress with, Grok 4 and Gemini is all you really need. A little bit of O3 in there. I can get Claude, and we will get the high frequency backtest data. So just follow me if you like this content. If you want to learn more about being a quant dev, not in the sense of like getting a job, but like doing this as like your own thing, which honestly is way better. But obviously having a quant job is like incredible, but you know, it's not for everyone. All right, look at that. We're getting somewhere here. Okay. So we've successfully run a back test on the data. I don't know, did it run? Okay. Okay, so it ran into some sort of gap in the data, which is fine. All right. Cool. All right, I'm gonna call it a day here. Appreciate y'all watching. I don't even 14 views. All right, let's do it. Yeah. All right, I will see y'all tomorrow because I will be back at it for sure. All right. See y'all later. Bye.